So before I did online school, completely online, and that was very difficult because I didn't get to see anyone. And I feel like I had a disconnect from many people. But now that I'm back here at CV and I can actually see people and talk to my teachers physically, it's a lot nicer and a lot more inviting to me personally.
There's not really as many headaches. You can play with your friends more, and it's just more fun, and it's easier to learn in the classrooms because you're not focused on everybody else that's in your home.
It's definitely new. There's a lot of new faces everywhere. I'm really excited to interact with a lot of the newer students and get to know them through a lot of platforms such as in the classrooms, in the hallways, student government, and the students that I'm really excited about meeting about are especially the ones that are involved with the equity work at the school, and the students advocating for equity students. Seeing their passion and their drive has been a really exciting thing to come back to from a long period of not getting to really see a lot of people.
I love seeing all my friends in person. I love doing band, which is something that was, obviously we could still to some extent do band, but it's amazing this year. Some things are still virtual, like speech and debate tournaments and whatnot, but we get to practice together and we get to do more labs and science classes and all of that stuff. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm happy that we can have the safety measures to stay in school.
The first day was definitely very confusing. It was very new to me to obviously be in a classroom scenario, especially with the masks and stuff like that. So I was very nervous, but I quickly got adjusted since I already knew what to do.
I was nervous and excited. I was like, okay, I don't know how it's gonna be coming to the new school. So I loved it because I got to do PE and I didn't get to do a ton of stuff, like a ton of activities in PE online.
I was anxious. I also wanted to look really cute because, you know, I'm finally back in person. It's been a whole year, like I'm taller and stuff, so I wanted to look cute. And I was more anxious about that, being like my first day of senior year, we're back in person. Homegirl got to feel good about herself.
I think I learned that I definitely need somebody there to kind of push me in the right direction, and I feel like I'm getting a lot more of that now that I have a teacher to kind of tell me what to do, and that I actually have to go into class and get the work done instead of doing it on my own time.
What I learned about myself is that at first I didn't know what people were going through because I didn't know about people going through cancer or health problems. And now that I listen to things but also know them, I feel like I can help more. And so I've been trying to help more, and I feel like a self of mine kind of peeled off, but then a new self just came back, instantly replaced the place that peeled off, and it's just you learn something new. I can do this now.
I learned that even though you go through so much, it's still you. You can still be yourself even though it hurts. You can still make people smile.
I appreciate my teachers because sometimes they pay for activities that we don't get to do often, and they're really patient with a lot of us.
I appreciated how patient they still were, and that they still had the courage to teach us some good stuff.
I'd say that they're very nice, they're very patient, and I like them a ton. I'm pretty proud of myself by making it this far, because when I was young, it was pretty hard for me. I didn't know how to read, I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff. So I was pretty amazed how I came so far to this level, and I'm proud of myself. And I think I made my high score because I used to say to myself that one day I would grow up and be a businesswoman. And I still dream to this day.
I think all of us learned during COVID how much teachers sacrificed to do their jobs because there was so much more expected of all of us, but especially teachers because, you know, they didn't go to college to teach us virtually. None of them have a degree in like teaching technology. They're teaching science or band or whatever else. And so I think we all learned how much they want us to learn and will do what it takes to make sure that we get a fulfilling education. And I personally learned how much teachers care about us as people. A lot of teachers would take the time to just start all of our lessons with, how are you? Like, how are you doing? Because all of us were going through this time that none of us had ever experienced before. And I think we all learned how much our teachers care about us as people, and coming back to school and seeing how happy they were to see us and how dedicated they were to, you know, making sure school could still happen with all of the safety protocols and that kind of thing. It shows how dedicated they are and how much they'll do for us as students and how much they care about their jobs and why they do it and why they're teachers.